So we have completed almost 8 rules. Now we'll start with rule number 9. With either or neither, not only but also, verb will be according to the subject after or nor but also. So for example, either his mother or my sister are singing. So rule क्या बोलता है? Rule is saying that verb will be according to the subject. So subject is sisters. Sisters is subject that is in plural, and after or verb will be according to the subject. Subject is in plural, so we'll use are. Are is also in plural. So either his mother or my sister are singing. So if subject is plural, then verb use will also be in plural. So in second case, not only protein but also vitamin C is essential for our body. So vitamin C is singular. Why we are using is? We are not using are. Why? Because the rule says if the subject is in singular, then the verb use will also be in singular. So the question here arises, what is singular verb and what is plural verb? Singular verb is a word showing that has been done, is being done, or will be done. And we use s to the singular verb. The singular verb is a word that shows something is being done, will be done. And for plural verb, they don't end in s. So we have to remember plural verbs never end in s. The plural verb matches the plural subject, which is a noun, but don't add s to the verb. For example, here we have a chart. For singular, we use sketches, but for plural, we use sketch. Fly, flies. Flies is singular. We use s in singular. And fly, we call it plural. For past tense, for past participle, we use like this: catch, caught, caught, fly, flew, flown, play, pay, paid, paid, know, knew, known, write, wrote, written. So singular में we use s, and in plural we don't use s. So again we must know what is subject. Subject, a word subject to talk about the pronoun, noun or noun phrase that does the action of verb. The subject is usually before the verb. So subject किससे पहले होता है? verb से पहले. And object, फिर object क्या होता है? In grammar word, object talk about thing or person. So object talks about thing or person that the verb is done to, or who received the verb. For example, I love chocolate. The object is chocolate. Here in case of subject, I am hungry. I is subject. Linking verb is am. Am is linking I and hungry. So I is subject here. I am hungry. Now rule number 10. With did, we use first form of verb. So did is in past. Do, did, done. So did is in past. But after did comes first form of past always. So here the correct sentence is I didn't go to school. We'll use go because we use first form of verb. So go, went, gone. Go is first form of verb. If we have written I didn't went to school, went is wrong, because we are supposed to use first form of verb with did. And rule 11 says with first form of verb, plural verb, we have to use I, we, you, they. And with first form of verb, we have to use s and es. That is singular verb. He, she, it, and the name of person. So error is she go to market. And the correct sentence is she goes to market. Why? Because it is in plural. No, it isn't singular. Singular means he, she, it. When they are talking about he, she, it, that means they are talking about singular verb. And when they are talking about I, we, you, they are talking about plural verb. So she goes to market. They are saying here she. She is a singular verb. From the rule we come to know. Rule 12, in case of conjugation, whatever verb form comes before and comes after it. So verb की जो भी form and से पहले होगी and के बाद भी वही form होगी. So if verb form is in first form of verb, then after and we'll use first form of verb. If it is in second form of verb, then after and we'll use second form of verb. If it is in third form, we'll use in third form. If it is in first form of verb plus ing, so we will use first form of verb plus ing after and. So the example is I played and watch TV. So it is an error. Will not say watch. I played and watched TV. Why? Because played is in second form of verb. Play, played, played. So second form of verb is played. So if it is in second form of verb, we will use second form of verb after and. So watched, we will use watched. So in case of hairs, news, 10 kilometers, diseases, subject, information, we use singular verb, that is and was. Is, was is singular verb. For example, he is 10 kilometers away from here and my hairs is beautiful. So we will use is in case of hairs. And when talking about collective noun, we use singular verb collective noun. For example, our Indian army is very brave. So army is collective noun, Indian army. So we'll not say are, we'll say is, because with collective noun we use singular verb. He is good at English, mathematics or chemistry. So in case of in this case we will always use at. We have to remember this as it is. In case of as well as, we have to use verb is according to first subject. So first subject जो भी होगा, we have to use verb according to it. For example, if subject is singular, then verb is singular, and if subject is plural, then verb is plural. So I have already told you about singular verb and plural verb. Again, I'll show you a chart about singular and plural verb. For example, the mayor as well as his brothers is going to prison. So mayor is singular and we are using as well as. हमारा रूल कहाँ से स्टार्ट हो रहा है? As well as से. So his brothers here, his brothers doesn't matter because we are concerned with singular verb and about subject. Subject is mayor. Mayor is in singular, so verb use will also be in singular. So we'll use mayor. The mayor as well as his brothers is going to prison. And second example is the students as well as their teacher, not teachers, it's teacher, were going to picnic. So here the subject is students is in plural, and are and were is plural. So we'll use are or were in case of verb. In which case as well as के साथ हम यूज करेंगे अगर सब्जेक्ट सिंगुलर में है तो वर्ब भी सिंगुलर होगा, अगर सब्जेक्ट प्लूरल है तो वर्ब भी प्लूरल होगा. तो वर्ब क्या है? अ वर्ड और अ फ्रेज दैट डिस्क्राइब्स एन एक्शन. तो एक्शन क्या डिस्क्राइब कर रहा है? एक्शन किससे हमें पता चल रहा है? वर्ब से. So in case of my glasses, my trousers, my pants, we will use plural verb. Why? Because glasses and pants and trousers are attached and divided. तो ये attached होते हैं, divided होते हैं. My glasses are on the bed. So we will always use plural verb. Plural verb क्या है? Are. कैसे? Is, am, are. So plural verb is are. So try to remember this editing of sentences. This will be helpful for your examination point of view, from competitive point of view, and also this will help while using sentences. Sometimes we want to talk in English, but we don't know what to use, when to use is, am, are, have, had. So this editing of sentences, finding errors and their rule will also help you to use appropriate verb.